The letter arrives at the nuncio faster than expected. When the letter arrives, the nuncio opens it. Reading through the contents, he very quickly brings his attention to the Pope. Father, yes, I have something for you that may be of your concern. The nuncio hands the letter to the Pope. The Pope quickly reads through it, shuffling through. Demonic influence, potential angel invasions. Agents. Beelzebub. What? How can this be? They've only sent him there ere a few score days ago, yet he's already uncovered more than we would have possibly known. Well, I highly suspect that he may have guaranteed connections in the area. Hmm. This could be possible, but what of, well, his opponents? That I do not know. In potentiality, the people could eventually turn against him. Plus, we have no way of keeping an eye on him, permanent or otherwise. Why can't we send someone to do so? Simple, we would blow his cover. Cover? What if he knows of the great secret war? If he does, we will handle that eventuality when we come to it. But for now, our best bet is to, well, as he would put it, minimize casualties. However, I have a bad feeling about what he's not telling us. What do you mean, what he's not telling us? This letter feels almost light. Not light literally, I mean light in wording. Some things are being left obfuscated. I'm inclined to agree with you. He fails to mention how he met these demons, much less how he handled the angel. I'm starting to suspect that he may have garnered one of the rings. The the rings, sir. Aren't those didn't you ban those as your first declaration? I did, yes, though I fear I may have to repeal that law. If what the priest says is true, then I fear demon influence will be the least of our worries. Worries? Aren't the angels meant to help the papacy? Under normal conditions, yes. Something is pulling their strings. Furthermore, I am more concerned at our fair priest and how he was able to handle such declaracies. Are you assuming that the priest has gone rogue? If he has gone rogue, that is something we'll figure out. If he hasn't, so be it. But our main concern is of the secret war. Hmm, what to do? The Pope the Pope sits at his desk, preparing to write a reply. What's our plan? Simple. We need someone physically there to keep an eye on him. Without it, we are at a major disadvantage. So what do you propose? Another priest? No, too suspicious. Plus, if we send another priest, I fear he may just become another target. The people already hate priests there. I'm not surprised he's making much ground. There is only very few people he's even willing to meet, much less be able to negotiate with. Dan was the closest he was able to get to, as mentioned in the letters, at least. So what you're saying is Dan, Anne, and the priest could be closer. Could be. Can't tell from here, though. The Pope coughs into his hand, spatters of blood upon it. Sir, you should rest. I am fine. I know what I must do. The Pope wiped the Pope you Pope then, using his quill pen, then wipes the pen upon the blood streaks, and starts writing his letter. I am declaring arrogant declorium de inferne. Sir, you haven't declared one of those in years. If the demon influence is as high as I think it is, This declaration shall reach the priest and the bishops in the area, thus allowing us to get the upper foot. Hmm. I see, sir. How long do you think the letter will take to reach him? It is of an inferno of great importance to the papacy and the grand church. If it is delayed, there will be severe consequences. For this reason, we cannot deliver it by normal postage. Nuncio. Yes. He hands the letter to the nuncio. You are to personally deliver it. Take no delays. Break traffic laws if you have to. This letter must reach St. Grettinsburg, and it must not fall to demon influence. I understand, my Pope. Do so now. I fear I have much more to worry about. Oh, by the way, the people of the Catholic Church were also wondering about something else. Ah, yes, the sanctity and oaths of marriage. I still have to review that, of course. Must keep up appearances after all. Though I am seeing less and less reason to keep marriage so exclusive. You mean the ideas of monogamy, sir? No, not those ideas. I see what you mean. Let's not discuss it further. I fear the cardinals will not like what I have planned. Yes, my fair sir. Be careful. There are eyes and ears everywhere. Make haste before the priest falls to its demonic corruption. The nuncio leaves quickly, heading into his car. So, what have you got yourself into, priest? I fear I may not be able to protect you from the Pope much longer. This demonym inferno may also affect your workings of your church. I hope, no, beg, that you shall be protected. Protected. Me morte et te moram. Back to the priest. After the priest sent his letters and after the first couple of sermons, a woman approaches his doorstep, knocking upon the door. The priest exits out. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm unfamiliar with you. I knew Will a long while ago. When the priest examines her closer, he quickly realizes that this woman wasn't entirely a woman. At least, at least while they were dressed like one, they certainly weren't one. Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we have a strict church casual. No, I understand. I won't take much more of your time. I see. And your name, by chance? Oh, on stage they call me Paula. You get the picture. No, I don't. Well, I mean, it's kind of like the white paint you have on your skin. So, uh, this skin is natural, I'm afraid. Uh, I, I think this is a bad time to explain it. But anyway, I would like to pay for Will's funeral. Now that I remember. Yes, I have yet to receive contact from Will's family. Family, perchance. Heck, much less any of his relatives. Yes, well, unfortunately, I'm his only relative. What do you mean? You see, Will was a man of the people, meaning, meaning that he tended to travel from place to place. Eventually, he landed a job at the church, maintaining it and such. But when the burning of St. Grenham's happened, he felt lost. His family pretty much abandoned him, refused to acknowledge him, much less after the failing. And now they refuse to show up, or even pay for the damn funeral. I did not realize how close he was to the community. I understand. You've only been here for a few weeks now, or at least a week and a few days. So I know you were not. I know you were not trying to put him in harm's way. Or at the very least, not intentionally. Not intentionally. Sorry, I'm a little shaken up right now. Shaken up how? She looks around. Can you keep a secret for me then, priest? It is of my job. I'm to keep secrets. Of course, my child. Back a while ago, I did a show. However, during the show, I saw several men with crow emblems. It was upon their jackets. These men came up in there, started making a ruckus. Rowdy, almost loud. They kept drinking up all the booze and costing everyone money. When someone tried to intervene, he got smacked down to the ground almost immediately, like some dark force. All of them were wearing these strange rings on them. It, it, it was a mess. Luckily, though, one of them managed to drop him. Luckily, one managed to drop one of them. I brought it here just so you can look at it. She pulls out a small pouch. Ouch. Ouch, and takes out what appears to be a ring, made of sorts. The priest examines it. The demon then arrives, hand upon his shoulder, older as he looks over it. My God, this cannot be. What is a demon? It is. 1 second. I need to collect myself. Yes, this is it. This is the very reason why our rings became so illegal. So you remember the ring? Mostly. I am not entirely sure or how it was created, but I know it was the exact cause of the rings being brought into non-existence, being made illegal. Hush, hush, as so it called. These are the rings of the false god. Why is it called the ring? Ma'am, are you aware that those types of rings are not exactly safe to carry? I know it has a negative association, but if I could just have this one chance to take revenge upon Will's... Wait. Are you saying that the crows could potentially have been the cause of Will's death? I don't believe so. I know so. No one else could cause those kinds of deaths like that. So you're saying it's happened before, not just at your previous show? Yes. I have reason to suspect that these were the very men that visited your church. And I believe that Will was the first person they encountered. I, I see. The priest has his, the priest holds his hand over his head. Fear, fear and worry washing over him. He had only realized how badly he had just gotten himself into this conflict. I thank you for this. I shall keep your secrets. Yes. I believe, though, the ring might be safer with you. Yes, I shall put this somewhere where they cannot recontain it. Or somewhere they cannot, well, take it back. He was stumbling over his words. Fear was washing over his face. He was confident before, but that was because he had the upper hand. Now, as the drag queen leaves, he very quickly returns. He very quickly returns to his desk. I fear something much worse is about to occur. To what do you mean, priest? I have assisted you thus far. Do not back out of your journey this early now. I am not backing out. I am more concerned with what they plan to do. We've only killed 4 or 5. Inexperienced, of course, but we're dealing with people who are using fully fledged rings. Rings of our caliber. Like I said, these are rings of the false god. These are not true rings. They only contain a minor scrap of their power. So in theory, can you absorb it? Hmm. Hand it to me, then. I shall try. The priest takes out the ring and gives it to the demon. The demon examines the ring, clasping it in his hand. The ring disintegrates into ash. Hmm. Well, I've garnered a few memories. No new powers, but nothing useful. So, anything. What do you mean nothing useful? Those memories could be of information to us. Might lead us to where the crows might head to next. Yes, I am searching through now. I see what appears to be a art gallery. Old. It used to be. It used to be famous throughout St. Petersburg, but was abandoned due to demonic activity. The crows use it as a hideout in the basement. The password, death to Parabellum, and it fades no more. Death Parabellum. What does that mean? Death to Parabellum. I'm betting Parabellum was the original creator of the rings. Parabellum. Now that you mention it, he looks through his desk and pulls out the small book that the old priest carried around. Of course, this is what he was visiting Bulwark for. I've only realized it now. Realized it now. He flips through the pages. Flips through the pages. Yes, of course. Parabellum was the original creator of those rings. But why did they want him dead? I believe it may have something to do with the fact that the rings were intentionally used for good. Good, not for ill, even with demon influences inside of it. So, what do the crows want then? Power, wealth, or fame? I do not know, but I fear that the nuncio's letter is probably so arrived long since. Yes. Well, if the nuncio truly can perceive the letter, then one of two things may happen. Those being, one, we may receive a regular letter telling us that everything is fine, or something much worse, something I fear will irrevocably change this church forever. What do you mean? A demonym inferno. Explain it to me. Yes, we haven't had a demonym inferno for years, but if the Pope were to ever write a letter in his own blood, at any point, and he would use the words demonym inferno in the letter, we are to declare a holy war against any who use such false rings. So, what you're saying is, yes, it's an official declaration of war against the crows. Every bishop, every priest in not just the parish, but the entire county would be declared this daemonum inferno. So, in theory, if the nuncio or the papacy were to ever find out about my existence, you would be killed. No, no, I am still a holy Lord of God. Though, he looks out the window. I almost doubt its existence now. Because of the angel attack. Yes, but my faith has been wavering long since then. What with the priests and other bishops, they fear my position. How close I was to the Pope before I was transferred here. They. He almost. He almost looks out, almost nostalgic. Was he afraid? Spiteful? No, he could have. But he looked disappointed. The demon. The demon floats over to him, almost holding him. Does this make you feel better, priest? The priest looks at the way the demon was holding him, arms across his chest. as the demon laying his head on his shoulder. Yes, thank you. The demon then lets go. The priest would have almost wanted Anna to have it kept going a moment longer, but alas, he had a job to do. Right, we need to investigate to make sure this information is legitimate. I agree. Memory is but a faulty. Memory is but a faulty wiring. If the information is incorrect, they could have moved it long ago. Yes, I agree. The hideout could be as easy as a speakeasy. I thought speakeasies were declared useless initially, but some gang members still use speakeasies as a way to, well, easily portray their operations. There is a lot of money to be made in legal booze still, especially when the booze is cheaper, even the most bars. So, what is our plan? Simple. We call an intervention. I have a feeling that the crows might be willing for vengeance once they find out who exactly killed their members and was back at the construction site. Yes, I believe so. Before they could head out, a knock was heard at their desk door. That's odd. I thought I sealed up the church for the night. He opens the door, where he sees a large hulking man. Bronze in his skin, and a smile emboldened across his face. Ah, yes, the priest. He walks in, hugs in, examining the room. Who are you? Forgive me. I have not introduced myself. I am the owner of Bradford and Sons. I am Bradford Sr. My father, of course, was Bradford Jr. You have met my son, of course. Us, Billy Bradford. Yes, I believe I have. I have not had yet the pleasure of meeting you, of course. Uh, Shot. The man, the man pulls up a chair and sits down. Sits down in front of the desk, the priest sitting behind it. So, what business have you here? Of course, I hear about the fact you refused my son's offers. But of course, a priest's work is never done. But you see, it concerns my business, you see. My feelings were hurt because of your, well, how should I put this? Lack of housing. How have I hurt your feelings when I have yet need of housing? Well, you see, I fear for your safety without a proper house. Even though Will himself, of course, had such proclivities for innocence. The priest almost scowls. To whom are you implying? You see, priest, I am assuming we can drop the pleasantries. When you refused my little offer, Will made you another one. Even though you refused him, it still would cost me business if anyone were to find out. So I had the crows pay him a little visit. What doesn't help matters is that one of my eyes went dark. I have no information on it, nor do I know what has happened to it. The man wipes sweat from his brow, likely from walking in the sun all day. So, here's what we're going to do. What I want you to do. You are going to endorse our company. Sounds simple enough, right? But in order for you to truly endorse it, I want you to deal with a little troublemaker. Who do you mean? You see, the crows have had a rival for a long time. They call themselves the Bloodhound. They use what most people would call magic. I find it a joke. No, I have no idea how they are doing what they are doing, but I want information. Simple enough, of course. Of course, should you disagree with my findings, you may find that our company may not be so willing to help you repair your church, much less willing to help with the costs. I think I see what you mean. Very well, I'll investigate. I knew you'd see reason eventually. The man's smile returns. The man stands up. Oh, and priest. Next time, bring a hookah. I offer hookah next time. It's much better for a more conjugal visit. Also, could you tell my son next time you see him that his father wants a visit? The man, the man walks happily with a pep to his step out the door. The demon reappears once again. That could not have gone worse. I agree. Now we are being roped into dealing with the Blood Hand. Any ideas who they could be? Searching through the memories, they are of course rivals of the Crows. Oh, that part is true. But what we don't know is why they are called the Blood Hand. For the memories I have found from this ring, they do not tell me of anything we can see. Huh. Meaning, meaning that these guys have not fought the Blood Crows in a long time. They are likely old as sin, though. Oh, I'm searching through my own memories. Well, the memories of the angel. I'm able to find some evidence that the Blood Crows were indeed worshippers of the bound angel. Key word, were. However, they eventually found a new idea, or paradise as they would call it, in the oath of an angel made of blood. An oath. How unusual. Unusual, yes, but I believe it may be the best way for us to figure this out. I see. Any ideas on where we could start by looking for them? Unfortunately, I have no such luck. The last place I know of would be the Demotorium, Orium, where I was first created. So meaning we need to visit old Bullwick again. Let's call him ahead of time. This time. I remember your last experience with Bullwick. Fine. The priest calls up. The priest calls Bullwick. Bullwick from the receiver phone. Phone in the church. Hello? Ah, priest. I noticed your tagline. Yes. I fear I have much more important business. Business than I expected. Oh? Need an exorcism or something? Well, I mean, you guys already know how to do it. No, not that. What I need. No, not that. I need information on the Bloodhound. Ah, those guys. Pretty much. Well, you haven't heard that name in years. We expected that those guys went defunct years ago. Apparently, they're the Crow's rivals. What are you going about them for? Well, I would like, well, let's just say the enemy of my enemy is my friend. You're saying you're looking to team up with the Crows? No, the Bloodhand, more like. I see. Their membership is pretty secretive, even after we were established. So I can't really tell you much. I can give you the location of a few of their old places around St. Ronsburg. I hope this information. Yes, I think you can. I'll write these numbers down. Tell me. He writes down the addresses of potential locations. It's just that the Bloodhound has once lived in. Like I said, man, these guys were pretty dang powerful back in their heyday. So there may be some demon emblems or something. Mice, you may want to use that ring I gave you. That ring can not only, crap, I didn't really tell you much about it, did I? Not only does that ring, help with angels, but it also can take out demon influence of sorts. How intriguing. Yes, it is very intriguing, of course. Sorry. One sec, I gotta deal with it. One sec. Sorry, man. I gotta deal with this other guy. Clyde, you see. Hypochondriac. Real. Real weird stuff. Apparently, he believes that his nose is possessed by a demon or something. No one believes me when I say this. Sorry, man. Gotta head out. Talk to you later. Bullock hangs up the call. All as the priest heads out of the church. Are we doing this at night? Could we not wait till morning? Yes, I fear while we can do this in the morning, gang activity would momentously be useful at night. We need some evidence we know that the Blood Crows are still active in the area. Well, that would make the most sense. The priest heads to the first location marked. He was only able to find the Bulwark was only able to give him 5 locations. He heads to the first one, trying to avoid the many gangs along the way, moving slowly through the areas. He knows a man. He knows a few men and he's sitting up across from an old gang graffiti tag. E-tag. They appear to be wearing red. What the heck? Hey, mind your business. Mind your business. The man, the man says to him. The priest The priest returns back to examining for the location. Knocks upon the door. Hey, I would, I wouldn't just go walking up onto that if I were you. Why's that? You from around here? Hmm. Recently. Recently just came here. And so no. Well, let me give some advice. Give some advice. The man, the man approaches him, arms crossed. These ain't exactly the best of parts for you here. This our territory, dig? You wanna mess with our hood? You get our hands. Got it? Duly noted. Good. The man returns back to his wall, sitting, leaning upon it, as the priest tries to enter the door. The demon looks at the door. Sealed, likely by a demonic enchantment. Any ideas what we could do? I have some idea. Yeah. The demon the demon pushes his hand through the doorknob. Uh, the man looks over to the priest. Ace, where he sees what appears to be a large purple figure behind him, reaching through a doorknob. What in the Sam heck? He was too confused, too stunned, to even fully comprehend it. The other members, however, don't even react to the priest. Because that's all they see. Hey yo man! Hey yo man, what you tripping on? The priest looks over to the man. The demon finishes unsealing the ruins as he vanishes. What you mean? What do you mean? What you mean? I just saw some purple looking mother all cross on you. Uh, he appears to be stumbling, almost panicked. Purple. The demon appears to whisper to him, this time hiding behind the priest. I believe he is talking about my appearance. He may be one of the few rare people to be able to see demonic influences. So what you're saying is, yes, he may have the potential to be a mage. Mage. You're joking, right? I am not. I am not. Not all mage stories are false, you know. I see. So you can potentially use your magic without needing a ring? Correct. I see. So why isn't he? He may not even know it yet. However, it looks like judging from his reaction, he may go out of his way to try to find out. Expect visitors at the church later. Noted. The priestess heads inside without a word. Hey, come back here, fool! Oh, that place haunted! Ah, whatever. No one believed me about that haunted place anyway. The priest heads inside, armed with his ring. Right. Can you detect any other magical enchantments here? No. Almost minimal. Almost as if this place was meant to be kept secret. The apartment was practically dark. The lights don't even work. So he had to travel through darkness. Demon, can you see anything of use here? Not much. Except a small box of matches and axes in the kitchen cabinet. It wouldn't really help much anyway. Not enough light. The priest continues on through the darkness, only realizing that the dimensions of the darkness was bigger than the house itself, the building itself. This is odd. We've been traveling here for 5 minutes. We should have hit a wall by now. I have a feeling this is a largely still operating base, the Bloodhounds. He continues on deeper. He finally sees a red sort of light. As he continues, he manages to enter inside. As he continues, he enters inside what appears to be almost a laboratory. Almost a lab. A few red lights. A red hooded figure working hard on alchemicals. Let's see here. Blackwards, worm rots. Yep, this'll do it. The priest coughs, noting his appearance. What? How has someone found me now? The man turns over. Who are you? Who are you? His hands were outstretched, almost ready to fire. The priest realizes that his hands don't have rings either. Forgive me. I seek amnesty. Amnesty? What do you want then? What I meant to ask was, no, you don't get to ask the questions till I figure out whether or not you're a threat. Fair enough. So, what's a priest doing here like this? Simple. I came here because I was forced to. Forced by who? Bradford Sr. himself. Yeah, that guy's always been out for our blood. So tell me, are you here for ours too? No. Rather, I wish for you to assist me. Assistance ain't something we are likely to provide. Unless you got something up there to change our minds. How about the location of one of the Blood Crow's bases? Now that is mind changing. The priest puts down his arms. As does the robed figure. So, I'm assuming you're the new priest of St. Petersburg. News must reach far and fast. We have many contacts, you see. Well, we originally had a guy that was helping us out a bit, but Suffice to say, the crows got to him. I'm assuming you mean no. Do not speak of his call name here. No. To us he is known as Brother Caron. You are? My name is Brother Kratom. I, of course, am one of the few leaders of the Bloodhand. I see. So I'm assuming that guy outside was not yours. No. No, that guy is what we like to call all a game talker. He talks a big game, but to be honest, he's not actually a part of whatever game he is a part of. Dude's lost. I see. Have you thought of taking him in as an apprentice? Yes, he has potential, but I've yet to see the sight. He was able to see my demon from far from us. Ah, he must have one of the rings then. Very well, I'll see about recruiting him in the meantime. But, of course, the location. Art gallery. In the basement. The basement, of course! We searched that place high and low, but we never thought of looking in the basement. We thought it was empty at first. But alas, this is only one of many locations. Still need more. I also know that Bradford has direct connections to the crows. Of course, no wonder we were getting hit after hit. Bradford. Bradford must be building new buildings to hide crow members. The man, the man whips up some sort of alchemical ingredients. What are you doing? Potion, of course. For you, of course. For your safety. Here. He hands him what appears to be a black concoction. What is this? For your purposes, a savior of sorts. Ha ha. Seriously, what does it do? It enhances your connection to the ring, allowing you to utilize much more than simple memory extraction and the extraction of its abilities. So what you're saying is, yes, the ring will become fully a part of you. I see. However, the ring itself will be inert. Will become inert once you drink it. So what's to stop? So, will the demon disappear then? No, the demon will disconnect itself from the ring and attach itself to you instead. Makes it way the heck easier. Easier to control as well. What if I don't want to control it? What if I want to give it free will? Ah, you would prefer operating Onum Morendi. Well, I have this secondary potion here. It'll do a lot of the same things, except retain its free will. The choice is up to you, of course. Such dark times, indeed. You can either use my abilities freely as your own, or allow me to take on the decisions. Such intrigue. Without hesitation, the priest drinks the white potion. What? I wasn't even finished. The amount of time it would take it from if I were to use the other potion, I would have got myself killed. No, I need someone to help manage my decisions and obtain such powers. You are an interesting one, priest. Very well then. Very well then. I will assist you as much as I can. Good luck then, priest. You'll need it. We'll also be attacking that gallery later on in the morning. That way, when the crows are all there. You may receive the news at your church. Church. We'll deliver it then. See you there. You know the way out by now. The priest heads out of the building. The other two members now gone. The man now semi-confused. Hey, how'd you get in there? Does it matter? Someone inside wants to see you. Someone inside? Who? Don't know. Said they're important. Important? Important how? Old gang. Really powerful gang. They want to initiate you. Initiate? I see. Well, I think I'll take that man up on his down offer. The man fully sits upright, stands up upright, and then heads inside. The priest then heads back to the church. What shall my next sermon be, then, demon? Start with something simple. The idea of enacting. The idea of revenge. So, Joshua, then. Joshua, yes. Joshua it is. The priest writes down his next sermon, ready to give applause to the crowd. Out of his sermon. Ready to strike in his next plan. And in the secret war. And that is time, everybody. Ani, I thank you for listening. If you'd like to listen to more, well, just let me know. Let me know. And also, if you have any fan art suggestions, you may, well, send them to the account. Also, well, I can, well, thanks for listening this far. So, just like the video and, subscribe if you want. If you want, of course. And, enjoy the rest of your time. Thank you.